mind if I ask you some questions?
At the Ombudsman,
Okay.
when I took complaints, I might receive a call from a person with disability and I might talk to them about the issues that they're concerned about. Sometimes they come to the Ombudsman with issues that they're having trouble describing, but they know that they're upset. And it's really important to take time to listen and to talk through those issues, and sometimes to ask more questions to find out exactly what the issues are or the concerns are or the problems. And so, is he able to participate in the complaint? When I speak to the person on the phone, if I suspect that there's some communication problems, or I suspect that there is a disability, or they've said that there is a disability, then I might ask them some more questions about it. If they haven't said they have a disability, but I'm having trouble understanding, or I suspect there are some communication issues, I might say, I'm having trouble understanding you, or can I have some more information, or I might repeat what I think I understand and check out if that's okay. If I'm really not getting it and I've taken some time to listen, then I might ask them to help me understand. It's perfectly okay to do that. And I found people are very generous when they think you know you're going to listen. And generally, that helps with understanding the issues, and it gives them more confidence that we're valuing our conversation.
I find that when I'm using a service, some people's attitudes towards disability are not really nice. Just for example, if I'm going to use a service in that person that's not friendlier to people with disabilities, I've decided I'm not going to go back there. I've decided that you're not friendly and helpful to me. I'm going to go somewhere else.
It's important for people with disabilities to speak up and let people know that they're not happy. It's even more important for the person listening to us to respond in an appropriate way.
If I was giving some advice to a person who was new to complaints, I would say you can't know everything about everybody when they ring up. But there are some really fundamental principles with which you might approach any stranger that you're interested in talking to. And one of them is listening, and another is not making any assumptions about the person. So if they then say they have a disability, not making assumptions because you think you know about that disability, because it's very likely you don't know anything about that person who might have skills and attributes. You would also make sure that they feel that they've been heard, not just the time to listen, but reflecting back to check out that you've understood properly. And never say that you've understood something when you haven't, because that will be wrong for both the person and yourself.
The most important advice I would give a public servant receiving a complaint would be to prepare yourself, to educate yourself, to enlighten yourself, and to remember that people with disabilities, although they need to be treated the same, they are not necessarily the same.
Listen to the people when they are talking to you, to treat someone with respect, just like they are just a normal person, and take your time.
Be a bit more flexible in your thinking and be responsive in your actions. It should come as a common courtesy that you treat people with disabilities the way you would treat everybody else. And don't judge what I can do by what you think I can't.
We know that many people with disability have faced in the past ignorance, an inability by people to properly see them and to properly understand them and to show them the level of respect that they rightly deserve. And so creating the right complaint culture and responding appropriately to complaints can send a very, very powerful message that your organisation and that each individual within your organisation is genuinely concerned about the individual, and is not just concerned about the individual, but will do everything possible to demonstrate to that individual the value they place in them. What's fundamental is to ensure that on a day-to-day basis, your staff practice a culture whereby they are openly seeking feedback. They are openly seeking advice from their clients as to how they're travelling in terms of the service provision that's being provided. And so this is not an area where one should be passive, it's an area where one needs to be committed. It's not about policy, but it's about real practice that's focused on individuals.